Starting a membership program can seem daunting, especially when you have a small audience. So, if you've considered starting a membership, you probably have asked yourself the question, can I start a membership with a small audience? Hello and welcome to another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. I'm your host, Jennie Lyon, and today I'm excited to chat about how you can start a membership with a small audience. Let's jump into it. So, a small audience, even when it comes to a membership site, can be a powerful asset. It allows for a more personal connection, and it really can help to foster that sense of community. So, today I wanted to dig in and provide you with some actionable insights on how you can leverage your small audience for your membership growth. So, first things first is you really do have to understand the power of a small audience. So, a small audience, it's not a limitation. I always see a small audience as an opportunity. With that small audience, you can really build a deeper relationship. So, for example, I have a client right now who just launched her membership site, and she is very concerned about having such a small audience to launch it to. But it's been working really well. We've been doing a series of masterclasses that we're pushing people into the membership afterwards, and it's been a really great way to engage with that audience on a more personal level. It's really allowed us to learn more about them and understand their needs, their interests, their pain points. And really, we've been able to tailor the membership content and those offerings to meet their needs. So, having that understanding of your audience is really so critical as it really forms the foundation for your membership program. So, there's other key benefits to having a small audience as well beyond the personal connection. Of course, that personal connection when you have that small audience really allows you to interact with people individually, which is really nice. It makes people feel like they belong. And it's been a great way for us to get feedback. With this smaller group that we started with in this particular membership, we've been able to gather feedback in a really effective way, which has allowed us to improve and tailor the content that we have coming up. It's also a really great way to establish that loyalty. So, a small engaged audience is more likely to become a loyal member, and they really will become these advocates for your brand, which helps to bring in more members. And it helps with focused content. When you understand that audience, it allows you to really create content that's going to resonate with them, and it increases the perceived value of your membership. And last but not least is higher conversion rates. With this small engaged audience, we've been able to convert people into paying members faster because we've been able to give them that individualized attention, which has been really great when first launching a membership. But remember, every successful membership program started small. They all do. So it's not about the quantity, it's more about the quality. And the small audience is really a gold mine for potential members. So it's really about allowing yourself the opportunity to understand them more, to give you the space to interact and engage with them more, and it allows you to provide as much value as possible. Next up, when it comes to your membership, is to really define your value proposition. So, that value proposition is going to be the core of any membership program. It's really the reason why people would want to join. And it's not just about what you offer, but more so about how you offer it. So, it's really about how you're going to solve your audience's problems. So that value proposition needs to be very unique, and it needs to set you apart from other similar offerings and especially similar memberships. So there's some questions that I always tell clients, ask yourself these questions to help define your value proposition. So, what does your membership solve? You have to understand those pain points of your audience. So, your membership needs to provide a very clear solution to their pain points. How does your membership solve those problems? You want to be as clear as possible about the methods or the strategies that you use inside your membership. And why would someone choose your membership over someone else's? This is where you're going to really highlight what makes your membership unique. So your value proposition really needs to be clear and concise, and it really needs to communicate the benefits of the membership. That way, it will resonate with your audience, and your value proposition should really be something that makes them think, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I need. This is what I've been looking for. And it can evolve as your audience grows and as their needs change. So don't feel like you are kind of putting yourself in a corner. You can always evolve, which is nice. But remember, having a really strong value proposition is that first step towards having a successful membership program. It's going to attract the audience that you want, and it pushes them towards converting other members, which is always a nice thing. Next up is creating exclusive content for your members. This is a very powerful strategy when you're attracting new members in. So it's about offering something of value that they can't find somewhere else. So I always like to think about when you're providing someone with a membership, you want to provide content inside the membership that they cannot find somewhere else. We don't want content that they can just Google and find the answers for. We want content that's really tailored and niche down to this audience's needs and interests. And really, it has to provide solutions to their problems. So here's some ideas to consider when you're thinking about exclusive content. Think about in-depth guides or tutorials, things that really provide detailed information about a specific topic. Again, not something that they can just Google, but something that's going to help this audience reach a particular goal. This one is a good one. Webinars, masterclasses, live Q&A sessions. These are incredible for providing real-time interaction and learning, and they are great for building a sense of community. I've seen this again and again, and it gives you really great content that you can pop into the membership as well. Next up is to have access to a private community or forum. So this is somewhere where your members can all gather, they can collaborate, connect, share ideas. Again, it really creates that sense of community. So whether you do that inside your membership site, like inside Kajabi, or you do it separate in a Facebook group, having some sort of private community that they have access to will really foster that sense of belonging. And offering discounts or early access to new products or services. So this is something that I'm also doing in that membership that we just launched with one of my clients, is we've been offering them access to other types of services that we don't offer to anyone else. This really has provided them with tangible benefits, and it's enhanced the value of the membership. So for example, when someone comes into that membership, if they are needing help for marketing for their business, we have a done-for-you marketing program that they can smoothly transition right into, but it's something that we only offer to our membership subscribers. But the key is really to creating exclusive content that speaks to that ideal audience. So make sure that whatever you're providing inside your membership is valuable and high quality. It needs to make your audience feel like it's definitely worth the investment. Next up is to leverage social proof to attract members. So social proof is always a really powerful tool in attracting members, attracting audience, whatever you're trying to do. It's about showing how others trust and value your membership. So this is a great time to showcase testimonials, case studies, reviews, anything that you can show social proof. This is a way to show them how real people have benefited from your membership. So you can take testimonials that you've gotten from your website, you can share them on social media. Case studies can really, really work well as they provide detailed examples of how your membership has helped other people. And of course, you can share case studies on your newsletter, your blog, but you can also share them on social media in any of your marketing materials. But the key to really leveraging social proof is to ensure that it's authentic. Your testimonials and case studies, all of those things need to be real and genuine. Next up is email marketing, how to convert those email subscribers into membership members. So of course we know email marketing is a real powerful tool for converting subscribers into paying customers. And this really works with a membership as well. It really allows you to nurture that relationship with your audience. So, of course, if you don't have an email list already, that should be on your list, top of your list of things to do. Make sure that you do have an email list where people are continually coming into it through your core lead magnet. Once you have that email list, then you can start to nurture that list appropriately, whether you're sending out weekly newsletters, whatever you're doing to provide value to that email audience. So when it comes to email marketing, just think to yourself, what can I do to nurture these people as much as possible? So I always want to nurture and not sell so much in my emails right away, at least. We want to give people that time that they need to get to know you better. And, they really do start to warm up and trust you and want to work with you in a paid capacity. So make sure that when you're sending out your nurturing content, your emails are very personalized. Of course, they're providing value. And of course, they have a clear call to action. And you always want to be testing, see what works, what doesn't work. But the goal here is to get that email list kind of primed and ready for selling. And it's a great time to do that before you launch the membership. That way, that audience is kind of just ready and waiting for you to launch something that they're really going to see as valuable, which would be your membership program. And of course, we want to always think about building community around our membership. That really is what it is all about. I mean, every membership that I built over the years that's been really successful has really been built on having a community, because it really does foster this sense of belonging for your members. And a strong community can also help you retain members. So people are most likely to stay if they feel connected to others. So if you can have other components within your membership that kind of binds your members together, that really can make a huge difference. So some strategies for building that community is, again, to create either some sort of private group or forum just for your members, somewhere where they can come together, they can collaborate, they can connect, they can share ideas. But of course, you're going to have to encourage some interaction. So you'll want to get in there, and either yourself or someone on your team will want to start to ask questions, start discussions, encourage members to interact with each other. Another membership that I do, we regularly engage with the audience inside the membership, and we're always asking questions and giving them feedback and thoughts and suggestions, and really encouraging that they interact with each other. But we also do like regular Q&A sessions where all of the members will get together and we'll provide them valuable information on a particular subject. And it allows them to not only kind of bounce ideas off of each other, but it's been a really great way to really engage that audience, make them feel supported, and it's been a lot of fun as well. And you also can use your membership to highlight member achievements. So we do that as well, where if, someone in the membership is, launching a program, or they've had something really incredible happen within their business, we want to share that. We want to make members feel valued and appreciated. So it's really fun to highlight any of their achievements in the membership. And then going back, I'm also thinking about organizing some virtual or in-person events. That is also another membership that we built. This in-person component has been huge. This has really helped them to grow their business. They've been able to create so many different types of joint venture relationships with other members of the membership, which has been incredible. People that didn't know each other before are now doing incredible things together, whether they're launching masterclasses together, they're doing some sort of a webinar together. We've seen a lot of really great things come from organizing different types of virtual and in-person events. But remember, building that community will take time. It's not something that just is going to happen overnight. So you have to put the work in. You really do have to engage the audience. You have to build that strong community. By doing so, your membership will definitely thrive. Next up is to think about how your membership is going to be structured in terms of your membership tiers. So you want to make sure that you set that up in a way that it caters to the different audience segments that you have. It really allows you to cater to those different people and where they're at in their journey. So, for instance, in a lot of our memberships, we'll have like a basic tier for casual followers or people who maybe are just, coming for some sort of particular content. Then we have like a step up to a more premium tier for people who are really engaged. And for those people, there's a price difference. So usually we have something else built in, whether that's regular Q&A calls, whatever that is. And then even a step up from there, usually like a VIP tier, which is really for those most loyal members. This can really allow you to offer more personalized services to them. You can do different types of one-on-one coaching within that tier, into different types of exclusive events or in-person workshops, that type of thing. But the key when it comes to your membership tiers is to ensure that every tier that you have has value. Each level needs to offer benefits to really justify that price point. Next up is member retention, because that is so important, right? We want to keep the audience that we get. And member retention is really critical when it comes to any membership program, because it's definitely not enough to attract new members. You have to keep those new members. And one way to do that is by really delivering consistent value, so whether it's, that exclusive content that you're putting out, different types of events, personalized services, that sense of community that you build within the community aspect, whatever that is, you really have to always be thinking, how can I keep these people engaged? Because we don't want people to leave the membership. So some ways to do that are, think about how can you regularly communicate with your members? It could be through exclusive email updates, or maybe, exclusive social media content, or again, that members only community. Make sure that you're communicating with them on a very consistent basis. And you can also recognize and reward your loyal members. So that's a lot of fun. We've done that a lot of times where we will spotlight different types of features or exclusive perks, anything that we can do to recognize and reward the people who are really loyal and, being a great part of the community. Another thing we could do is ask for feedback. And of course, if we're asking for feedback, we want to act on that, right? So we want to show our members that we value their opinions, and that we want to make improvements based on their suggestions. So whether you create some sort of a poll or a survey, or you're just asking for general feedback, it's really important to consider that feedback and think, could this really improve the membership, and which parts of the feedback should I put into place immediately? And you also want to offer a really seamless experience. You want to make sure that the membership site is really easy to navigate. So you may want to have a welcome video. So as soon as someone comes into the membership, they not only get a welcome email, but they get a video that kind of walks them through the experience. They understand what will happen now that they've signed up, and you want to make that whole process really seamless for them so that they're not trying to figure out, where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? That journey is really clear for them. And when you're utilizing feedback to improve your membership program, you really want to ensure that you're really considering what your members like, what they don't, what they want more of. And when you conduct a survey, you want to make sure that you're being very detailed in that information. So we want to make it so that members can reach out to us at any time, right? So having some sort of place where they can say, hey, this isn't working, or, I would really love some more information about this, or have you guys ever considered, adding this to the membership? This is a really great way to make sure that you are always encouraging open communication, which is not only going to make your membership very successful, because a lot of people skip this. People kind of get into the membership and then they never hear from you again other than what's in the membership. And acting on feedback is just as important as collecting it, right? So you want to show your members the value of their input. So when they provide you with suggestions, it's important to be positive about their suggestions. And if they have criticism, you want to handle that gracefully and think of it as this is an opportunity to improve, and I want to do what I need to do to keep my members happy. Next up is personalization, which, as with most marketing, is really the key to connecting with your small audience in your membership. And it really makes members feel seen and heard and valued. So you can do that through the tailored content, based on their interest, or their past behavior. You can do it through personalized communication. It can be something as simple as addressing people within the forum by their name, or addressing them in emails by their name. And it can really be as complex as you want. You can go into very complex segmentation strategies if you'd like. I have one client in particular that does that as well, where we have different tiers for different people based on where they're at in their journey. And we offer different types of experiences for them because they're going to need different types of strategies based on where they're at. So make sure that when you're collecting and analyzing the data that your members send to you, that you really think about, how can I use this data to make the experience as personalized as possible? And then back to the case studies, because I feel like case studies or any type of success stories are really important for building a membership with a small audience. Here's an example. So we have a client that owns a small fitness studio, and they started a membership program. So they had a very small but a loyal customer base, and they really wanted to offer a membership program with exclusive classes and discounts for their most loyal fans. So the studio really focused on understanding what would this audience want, and they used that information to create a value proposition that resonated with their audience. So this really results in a successful membership program that continues to grow even to this day. So for this particular client with the small fitness studio, they had been hearing from some of their students in class that it would be incredible if they offered some sort of really, really early morning classes or really, really late classes, people's schedules. And the problem is that they had tried to do that in person, but the problem is they would hire the staff to do a class at 5 a.m. and then just a couple people would come, or they would hire someone to do a very late class and the same problem would happen. And it wasn't beneficial really to anyone. So by offering a membership program, they thought, hey, what if we do this and we set it up so that we have some new programs that they can do that are exclusive for them, that would work really well for people who want a jump start to their day by taking an early morning class, or people who are maybe taking the class late at night because they need help with sleeping, or it's the only time that they can really get that workout in. But by really tailoring those experiences, by creating a morning class that was really set to kind of energize people and get people kind of just jazzed and excited for the day, and start the day off on a great foot, to the night owls who, they just want to get a good night's sleep, and a really great workout will kind of knock them out. So by providing those different types of memberships to start with, it was very, very successful. And it's allowed them to build in other types of exclusive content and different types of classes that they just, don't have the people to come to the in-house studio. Another case study is a content creator that we worked with who created a membership program. So again, had a very small audience, but an engaged audience, and they really wanted to offer a membership program, again, with exclusive content and community access. So we helped the creator by putting together a membership program that was really focused on the high quality exclusive content and really focusing in on the community that they have. Again, this really worked because we were focusing in on a small group of people at once. So we were able to get a lot of feedback from them, see what they like, what they didn't like, and tweak the information as we went. So for example, this client worked in different types of financial programs for people. So we had to think about, everyone is at a different journey in their finances. And we really wanted to create exclusive content and community around where they're at in that journey. But by doing so and allowing them access to ask questions and to really kind of use each other as sounding boards, even, it's been such an incredible journey to watch people kind of move from even the lowest tier of just kind of starting out on their journey and moving up through the tiers. But these case studies just show you that it's really possible to start with membership, even if you have that small audience. You just want to make sure that you're very engaged with them and you're really understanding what they need. Okay, next up is when you're thinking about building that membership, I feel like it's really important to set realistic membership goals. I say realistic because I have a lot of clients that come in and, they want to build a membership site and they're like, I want to make $1 million by the end of the year. I really think it helps if you stay focused and measure your progress by starting small. So you want to start by defining what success looks like to you, right? Is that a certain number of members? Is it a certain level of engagement? Is it a certain experience that you want your members to have? Is it a revenue target? Make sure that your goals are SMART, right? Specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and time bound. SMART goals really do make a huge difference. Then once you take that SMART goal, break it down into smaller, more manageable goals. So for example, instead of just saying, I want to build a membership site and I want to make $1 million by the end of the year, maybe break it down a little bit, maybe say, what, my goal is to get 100 members into the membership site by the end of the year. So then you can kind of break it down and say, okay, based on that, that means that I need to have 8 or 9 new members come in per month. That feels much more manageable and achievable, right? Instead of thinking, I want to make $1 million by the end of the month, you're really kind of breaking that down into, what, I want to get 8 or 9 people into the membership per month. That feels really achievable and it allows you to track your progress. And it's so nice when you can hit your goals. You can always increase your goals because growth takes time. So you don't want to be discouraged if you don't see immediate results. You have to focus on consistently providing value to your members, building a really strong audience, and it's important to regularly review and adjust your goals. So when it comes to a membership program, it's going to grow and evolve. It always does. Every time I build one with a client, it kind of starts out one way, and then we start to see, wow, the audience is really resonating with this certain part. So it always tends to kind of, make adjustments as we go. But we also review our goals on a consistent basis. This way, we can stay aligned with the membership program's direction, but we can make necessary adjustments if we need to. Okay, next up is SEO and content marketing for membership attraction. So SEO and content marketing are very powerful tools when it comes to attracting new audiences. And this works for a membership site as well. It can really help you to reach a wider audience and convert that audience into paying membership members. So you want to start first by optimizing your website and your membership site for search engines. So make sure that you're using relevant keywords in your content. All of your alt tags, meta descriptions, all of those things are filled out. These type of things can really make a significant impact on how you show up in search results. So think about all the things that would be important when it comes to SEO, right? How quickly do your pages load? Is your website and your membership mobile friendly? Whereas content marketing, on the other hand, really involves creating and sharing that valuable content that will attract those new members. So you want to keep that in mind as you create your videos, your podcast, your blog posts, your social media posts. The key here, again, is to provide value to your audience, position yourself as an expert so that you can bring people in to that membership site. So when you're creating content, always think about really consistently providing high quality content that your audience is going to resonate with and that makes sense as a jumping off point for your membership. And choose different format types. This way you can really see how your audience learns, right? Everybody has different types of learning styles and preferences. So when you're offering different types of content format, you can start to see, wow, you know what? This audience really loves video. My membership site should be full of video. And promote your content on social media channels through your newsletter and encourage your audience to share your content with their network by always providing a really clear call to action and really encourage them to sign up. Okay, last but not least is you're going to start small, but always keep in your mind that you're going to scale up probably pretty quickly. So remember, starting that membership program, it's going to feel a little bit overwhelming at first, but it's definitely possible to start with a small audience, really build that strong foundation for your membership, and then focus on understanding what your audience wants, creating that content for them, kind of seeing how they're receiving the content, how are they kind of fostering that community relationship, and go from there. Because as your membership grows, you can start to implement more advanced strategies. So that's when you can really start to think about how do you want to tier these different membership sites, tiers. How do you want to do different types of partnerships that would bring people into your membership? You can start to look at different types of advanced marketing techniques to get people in. So whether that's having a complete funnel that leads people eventually into your membership that maybe starts with a Facebook or an Instagram ad, the key here is to really continually adapt and improve your program based on everything that you're learning month after month. This way you can really give your members the most bang for their buck and the most incredible experience while gradually attracting new members. So this allows you to really create a sustainable and successful membership program. But everybody has to start somewhere. And if you want to start a membership, now is a great time to do it. And even if you do have a small audience, or maybe if you don't even have an audience yet, you can start to think about building that audience so you can. But with the right strategies and really focusing in on your audience and making it all about them, you can turn that small audience into a thriving membership community. So even if you have to start small, just go for it. Stay consistent. You'll start to scale up. You'll start to see that membership grow, and you'll really grow this thriving community that you're just excited to be a part of every single day. And if you have a membership that maybe isn't working the way you want it to work, or you're thinking about starting a membership, but you have questions, wherever you're at in your membership journey, I would love to chat. You can always schedule a free call at jennylyon.com/chat with Jennie. But yes, you can definitely start a membership with a small audience. I've done it time and time again with clients. There's things you need to consider and things that we would want to map out to ensure that you have a successful launch with a small audience, but it's definitely possible and definitely worth adding as another stream of income to your online business. All right, well, that's what I have for you this week. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions at all, again, please feel free to schedule a call. I'm always happy to chat, and I'll see you next time on another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. See you soon.